Hey folks, video blog number 4, 25th of March 2019. We are 5 weeks into the project at Finzel's. Monday 6 weeks into the project at Finzel's, so 5 full weeks on site. Piles and piles have happened. So finally we have got a confirmed date for inviting you folks down to Finzel's to come and see the work that's in progress. So there'll be a link upon the email that this video link has been sent through to you on. You can follow that and book your slots in. So it is on the 6th of April. There's various different slots from 12 o'clock through until the evening time. We'll try and invite you folks on for about an hour and a half at a time. There'll be some beer, there'll be some pizza. You can come down, hang out in the courtyard and see the whole or the progress in the whole project. At that time we'll allow you the chance to, I'll do a bit of a presentation as to what's going on, what's going where, what the whole thing is. You folks will have a chance to ask any questions that you want round about what's going on. So it should be a really nice opportunity to catch up. Over a year since we brought you folks into the business as investors, give you a chance to come down, cease it to be videos back and forward, and actually be all of us under one roof having a chat. So on site just now we have already built the structures for all the rooms that will be on site. So the brewery's segregated off, there's a wall there, the kitchen's built, the bar is built, toilets, office, cellars, there's 2 different cellars, there's a prep kitchen upstairs, the toilets on the top floor. So all those structures are in, and you can see it as the sort of the segregated building with all its different areas shown now. So after having done that, the next part is to lay the floor. So at the moment it's there's a screed floor down. We've put insulation, underfloor heating, and then tomorrow the concrete lorries turn up and literally just pour concrete into the building and lay our concrete floor down. That will become finally a nice polished concrete floor. The polishing happens in about 5 weeks time, I think. So the floor goes down tomorrow and Wednesday, and then they come back and polish it at a later date. Then the chem tile, the beautiful tiled floor that's going to go down into the brewery, happens on the 8th of April. So I've got notes over here for the different dates I'm checking. It happens on the 8th of April, but actually they'll be there doing the prep work for that on Friday the 5th of April. So it'll be sort of straddling the weekend that you'll come into the building and have a look around. So there'll be some prep works happening on the tile floor for the brewery when you're there, and it'll be the Monday after you're there that the whole floor goes down. But the concrete floor will be down by the time that you're there. So there's quite a lot of things to see. The building or the development has a lane that goes right through the centre. Anyone that's been down to the building over the course of the last year will have walked off the bridge and then taken a direct right. And that takes you down what will be a trade access area. That's essentially where the building's down that side of the lane will bring in their bins, take deliveries, all that sort of stuff. So that's called Grimes Lane. Grimes Lane. And Grimes Lane won't be a customer accessing area or a public accessing area in the future. It'll be Hawkins Lane that runs right down through the centre. So as you leave the bridge, you just walk straight on where there's hoarding just now. You just walk straight on, and then you'll walk down our building on the left-hand side, and then various different bars, restaurants, cafes, florists, bakeries, right down through Hawkins Lane. So it was supposed to be open a few months ago, but as with a lot of things in the development, our building included, they ran over schedule. So they're moving the hoarding tomorrow. So as of tomorrow, when you walk off that bridge, you'll then walk down through Hawkins Lane, Us on the left hand side, and you'll finally see it as it's going to be. Obviously the bars and restaurants and all the rest of it down there are not open yet, but I think I'm really excited to see it open, because I think it's going to give you a real appreciation, or a better appreciation, of what the development is going to turn into in the future. So you'll get to walk down there, see all the different buildings either side, and start to get an appreciation of what the whole thing's going to be. The project itself, so the whole project, us going from having an empty building to having a finally open premises pouring beer, is still on target. So despite the fact that the developers, builders were over schedule, and our build team were having to work on site at the same time as them for about 3 weeks, it's not really affected our schedule to any great degree, so we're still looking at early June is the plan, and if we're lucky we can just squeeze the doors open in time. So Bristol Craft Beer Festival, rather than being September this year, is June this year, and it would be lovely to have the doors open for Bristol Craft Beer Festival kicking off, and all the best breweries in the world come to town and hang out, and be able to bring them down there and show them the place. So we're still targeting June, and I've got a sort of soft date in my mind of making sure that we're open before the Bristol Craft Beer Festival weekend. Other news outside Finzel's, excuse me, Tap Room opens on Friday the 5th of April. That'll be, so obviously we do through the winter the first Friday of every month, so we'll open Friday the 5th of April, but then we'll open Saturday as well, and then we'll be open right through the summer at that point. That's us finally back through to the summer months in our normal weekend opening for the tap room. So you can try and come down. Drinks will be on the Friday night. We can see you at Finzel's on the Saturday, but at that point forward you can pop down at any time, buy some cans, have a beer, hang out, and be part of the place. Other news outside that, we have, if you follow our social media stories, you will have seen the stainless steel tanks going into Small Bar. So as part of the process of placing a lot of orders for various different pieces of equipment for Finzel's, one of the things was finding serving tanks. So obviously in Finzel's we will ferment the beer in similar types of tanks that we've got in the St. Philip's brewery, but then we need to transfer them into a tank to serve directly from to the bar. So we found a really great company called Geotank in Denmark, and they provide these 500 litre tanks. Provide tanks in various different sizes. We've bought some 500 litre tanks, we can transport beer into them and then serve directly from them. So essentially you get tank fresh beer in Finzel's, but the size of them, there was a space in Small Bar that we've always found quite a frustrating space, right next to where the men's toilets are. Not really big enough to put tables into or seats into, not really big enough to put anything that's like a customer type thing in there. And it's just been wasted space all the way through. And when I saw the sizes for the serving vessels that we're going to buy for Finzel's, it occurred to me that we could fit them quite nicely into that space in Small Bar. So we bought two of them. So we've now got these two really awesome 500 litre tanks stacked, one on top of the other. And we have this really cool little transport tank that essentially we can fill up at the brewery, put in the back of the van, drive it down to King Street, and then we've got a brewery hose that we run in through the front door of Small Bar and transfer 500 litres of left-handed giant directly into the tanks in Small Bar. So you've now got, I think we transferred in a week and a half ago 500 litres, and at that point we did a berry lactose sour and Inner Circle at 5.2% hoppy pale. So those two beers will be in there in tank. You should pop down Small Bar and taste them because they're tasting tank fresh and awesome. Give it a go. So I think that's about it for the extent of this update. There'll be another email coming through to you folks in a couple of days' time with a bit more information about the days that we're meeting down on Finzel's. I hope you enjoyed the update. I'll try and jump back on a few weeks' time and give you another update before we meet down on site. I shall talk to you all soon. Thanks. Bye.